Hello, my name is Travis Swanson. This is my video presentation for Instructor 1 class. Tonight I will be teaching on pumping of apparatuses. I'm choosing this topic tonight and we'll be training on this topic because I feel like it is a crucial role on the fire service and for what we do in the fire service when on scenes of an emergency. I am with the Andover Fire Department. I've been with Andover for 5 years now, and I have been on scene of a number of fires where I've been the pumping apparatus for the emergency. I chose this topic tonight to hopefully give you some more information and troubleshoot some problems that you might see in this type of an emergency based off of experiences that I've heard through webinars, trainings, or just life lessons that I've learned myself while being on the fire scene. And we will get started. So the first thing when I like to talk about pumping is just having the students sit in the apparatus and look at how to engage the pump. This is the first thing that I've noticed is typically the issue when we train on this is people aren't engaging the pump correctly. So know how to engage your pump to make sure that you can get water onto the fire scene and to your nozzles that are going to be attacking this fire. This could be different for any different type of apparatus that you use, whether it's a tanker, a grass rig, or an engine or a ladder. My first fire I've ever pumped on was on an apparatus not at my station. It was moved over because of an issue with our engine. We took the ladder or the aerial from the city and put it at our station. We happened to get a fire call that night, and I was not even 2 years on the department and the second most senior person on the truck that night, and the captain asked if I could set it up and get us there safely, and I was able to accomplish that task. So after we engage the pump, the next thing you'll want to do is you'll want to get out of your apparatus, make sure your RPMs or mile per speedometer is reading about 5%. That means that everything seems to be right. The pump is engaged, and that means we can get out of the truck, chock our tires, and go to the pump panel. The next step then would be from the pump panel finding your tank to pump, what that tank to pump is doing, whether you are if your department runs a wet pump or dry pump, whether in the winter, summer, all the time. What that's doing is that's taking water from your tank and putting it into the pump. One thing that I like to mention at this point is to know where your primer is, because if you're running a dry pump, you might not be getting adequate water flow into the pump that it needs to fill your pump to get water to the nozzles, and it might shut down on you. When this happens, you'll get an error message on your pump panel, at least at our department. That's how we see it, and you'll want to pull on the primer. The primer then creates kind of a jet line to help water flow into your pump, so you got adequate water in your pump to deliver to all your lines that are out to attack the fire. Next, you're going to have, while you're doing all this and setting up, your attack lines will be taken off of your cross lays. your 2.5 off the back of the truck, or any other lines that you have on the truck. From here, you want to make sure you're not losing any water out of your tank through any drains that might be open or left open after the last time the apparatus was being used. While you're doing that, crews will be stretching lines and getting any kinks out that they can, starting to put all their protective equipment on, such as SCBA gloves. So you'll have some time before you have to know what line to pull. Once everyone is ready to go, you'll wait for radio traffic asking for water. Once they have water, you'll want to make sure you know which line is asking for water, so you're not pulling a line that is not ready for water. This could cause a lot of bodily harm to individuals. And then once you have that line pulled, you'll be able to, or they'll be able to make sure there's no water hammers and open the nozzle to make sure they have adequate water flow to go in and attack that fire and hopefully extinguish it quickly and safely, so no firefighters or no additional property is damaged. I would be happy to answer any questions that any students have on my presentation tonight. And if there are any discussions, anyone that wants to reach out to me after class, feel free to reach out to me via email. My email is t.swanson@andover.mn.gov, or feel free to message me or stop me when you see me around to answer any questions that you might have. This is the basics of engaging the pump to get water supply to your attack lines to attack a fire tonight. Thank you for attending my presentation for Instructor 1. I hope you have found it educational, and I look forward to hearing any questions, comments, or concerns that anyone has, and we will pick this presentation up at a later date. Thank you, and have a great day.